Hey all, welcome back to Mr. Guns and Hunts. Today, we're going to be going over some case prep for some 30-06. We're going to be taking some measurements of them, deburring the top, chamfering them, popping out the primers, cleaning primer pockets, and resizing. Because of course, once with mine I have a 2-in-1, it deprimes and resizes. And we're going to be using the Lee Precision resizing die. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. So first step I like doing, I need to upgrade this tool. I need something more of a handle on it. But this is what we're going to use first. Chamfer and deburr the tops of the casing. So yeah, so first, before we even do that, let's take a measurement, because we need to be anywhere from 2.484 to 2.494 for the overall casing or casing length. So let's go ahead and take a quick measurement. Alrighty. And this one we're at 2.484 and 1,000. Half 1,000. Cool. Alright. So that was cool. So I'm just gonna make this real quick. Just kind of like almost like a how-to, but kind of just what I do. So I like holding the cartridge upside down and just giving this a light little spin. Just get a nice little ring on it. About like that. Tap it. Gets a nice little ring on the inside. And then next, and I always like holding my brass upside down so most of the chafings or brass shavings will fall down out of the case instead of being stuck in the case. Yeah, that's essentially what it comes out to be. That's the process. And we just keep cranking them out. Typically, I'll just be watching TV or something when I do something like this. Because you just want to feel for this. Once you get it nice and smooth, and that feels nice and smooth. It's a very slight pressure I'm adding. And it started to feel smooth. Now we're going to clean up that side of the case. Sorry for the squeaking. It's a very awful noise. But it is what it is. On to the next step. Alright. On to the next step now. I'm going to start depriming and resizing. So first, take your die that we've already had set up from the last video we did doing 30-06 when we did the powder charges. This was already set down. It's supposed to run down close to same spec. I just followed the Lee Precision Die's instructions and ran it down, and now we're going to get started. But first, I want to take another measurement. So this is the Hornady case comparator tool, and I want to see where we're starting on the shoulder, and then I want to see what it's bumping it to. So we got 249. Do it again. 247. 248. So I'm going to just say 248. That's what we got. Now we're going to kick the primer out, resize it, all in one swing. Ooh, hold on. We almost forgot to put lube on it. Alright, y'all. Here's what we're going to do next. Hit it with some one-shot case lube. So we already got the chafe and deburr done. That side. Flip ye around. Alright. And now we let it set for about 90 seconds. Alrighty, folks. On to the next thing. We already got our Lee Precision resizing and depriming die. It's a 2-in-1. We already got it adjusted, ready to go from, of course, the previous video from when we loaded up. Haven't really felt like messing it. Why change such a beautiful thing? and also considering I would like my brass to be the same for both these tests. So of course this is a 30-06. I'm going to be using this brass for the overall length testing. So one thing I like to do, I'll just take a random one here. One thing I like to do is measure the top of the shoulder here. That's what I like to do. And I want to get a good reading on it. And this one's a 441 towards the top. See if I can get that on there. And we got 441, 440. So you can grab another one. Because that is the max that top of that shoulder is supposed to be. So of course on this one we got 444, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and run it through the sizing die. And let's see what it changed it to. 440. I like it. That's perfect. That way it's going to rechamber in our firearm again. Cool. So this is the kind of the process now. So I was thinking about doing this load development that I'm doing with the 30-06. I was starting off, I was saying I wanted to find a powder node first before trying to find the overall length. And then I got to thinking about it, and I think I'm doing it backwards. I've done my Creedmoor load development, which I still need to finish doing some more on. I've always started with doing the powder first. And I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking, let me try to find this overall length first and then make a powder. Reason being is, of course, when we change the distance to the lands, it changes the pressure in the chamber. The closer we are, the more pressure there is. So I'm thinking if I find a powder node for a length that we just, let's say we just pick a middle powder charge of, let's just say 57, right? We pick a powder charge of 57 and then we just do going down 0.03 of an inch from where we started last time, and then we find a little node, I guess you could say, in there for the overall length, for the jump to the lands, right? And then after that, find which powder works the best, because of course when I change the powder, it's going to change the pressure. At least that's my thought process on it. So that's what I wanted to do. I think that's what I'm going to do with this brass. So I think I'm going to do the overall length testing first, and then we'll move on to the powder charge testing. So that's what we got going on today. As you see, we're just kicking out primers. You know what's funny is the Hornady press comes with a little primer catcher thing that comes right here, but I will tell you that has absolutely never worked for me. And it might be because my press is in backwards or something. I don't know. It could be something really stupid. But yeah, so I actually just have a box sitting on bottom and it catches them for me. So yeah, that's how this is rolling. So of course this is resizing them and depriming them at the same time. So of course the next step after this is going to be to see here. Am I hitting that shoulder? 441. Yep, we're staying consistent. Cool. Next thing is going to be to, oh, I guess I can pull up this one. It's going to be to deburr these primer pockets. So yeah, I won't bore you too much more with cranking these guys out on the press. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab our Lyman depriming tool. Alrighty, now that we got all of our brass resized, good to go. Now, time for the other arthritis-inducing part. We're going to sit here and we're going to clean out these tiny flash holes, get that carbon buildup out. That's really simple. I just use this Lyman large rifle primer cleaner tool, and I just try to get the most out of it. I don't try to get this sparkling clean. Yeah, I try to get it about like that. Do a couple more before and afters, like this one. There you go. So that's nice and dirty. All right, give it a couple little dry willies here. Tap it out. That's better. Tap it out, and that's about as good as I'm gonna get these. Can you get them better? Can you deprime and then do it in your tumbler? Yes, absolutely. But this is the way I've been choosing to do it. Because, I don't know, maybe I help myself. But hopefully one day I'll get that Frankfurt Arsenal Express tool. I'm going to get that with the little machine. All this is rotating, and it'll speed my process up a lot more. But till then, this is what we're going to use. So this is essentially the entire resizing process, prepping the brass. We went from, I took them out of a tumbler, and after I took them out of the tumbler, we chafed and deburred the top of the brass. Then we deprimed them, resized the brass, and then now we're cleaning primer pockets. That's where we're at with this. That is where we're at. Good enough for me. So yeah. So I'm trying to make this video real short here, so we're going to go ahead and just wrap this one up. And then next up with this, might see 2 videos this week. We'll see what happens. But next up, I'm going to do the load development testing for the seating depth, so the max overall length. I'm going to play with that. I'm going to figure out what charge. I'll let you guys know in the next video. But thanks again for watching.